It is the immaculate return of the spawn of Bron. It's that wonderful time of the year where Bronny James not only gets to participate in some level of NBA basketball, this is the time of year where Bronny James is supposed to shine. Somehow, the spawn of Bron managed to play 27 games last season in the NBA. On Take Your Child to Work Day, JJ Redick honored LeBron James by inserting Bronny into the starting lineup. Obviously, last season was a bit of a struggle for Bronny James, but that's okay. To his credit, Bronny had some magical moments in the G League. Matter of fact, there were times when Bronny James was dominating the G League. Unfortunately, no one saw it because no one watches G League basketball. I don't even know if they have cameras set up in the high school gym to record minor league players who would be MVPs if they were playing in the WNBA. But in the NBA, the only way they are getting into the arena is if they bought a ticket. But this is the time of year where Bronny James is given the opportunity to shine. This is the time of year where a player of Bronny James' caliber should dominate. Right now, Summer League is starting in Las Vegas. Unlike the G League, Summer League games are nationally televised on ESPN and ESPN-DOS. Unlike the WNBA, people not only pay to watch these games, they actually show up to watch them too. In preparation for Summer League in Vegas, Bronny and the Lakers, they participated in the California Classic. Well, KC, what the hell is the California Classic? Maybe it's similar to the California Penal League that Rick Vaughn played in before he was picked up by the the Guardians. Tuesday night, Bronny James and the Lakers, they played a watered-down version of the San Antonio Spurs. Now, obviously, there was no Wemby. De'Aaron Fox wasn't on the court. Chris Paul, he passed the maximum age requirement for Summer League decades ago. Hell, Chris Paul was playing in Summer League before most of these kids were even born. Tuesday night, Bronny James, he was competing against players who will be knocking on his door here in a few weeks to deliver packages. He's playing against Kelsey the Plumber's boss at Roto-Rooter, where he is known for displaying the full moon while bending over to unclog the toilet. While the level of skill in Summer League is significantly higher than what we see in the WNBA dump, the vast majority of these players, they will never touch an NBA court unless they're holding a mop. With that being the case, Bronny James should have been dominant Tuesday night, right? Unfortunately, Bronny put together one of his infamous stinkers. Watch some of the highlights for yourself. In 15 minutes, Bronny James shot 20% from the field, 0% from three, 2 points, 1 rebound, 3 turnovers. Yet for some reason, I am supposed to believe that he is ready to be a rotational player in the NBA. And I'm also supposed to believe that Bronny James is responsible for some of the most expensive ticket prices that we have ever seen for Summer League. But Uncle KC is having a real hard time biting into that shit sandwich. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, talked about a retired NHL player getting into a fight on a golf course. Now, I enjoy making every video that I make, but I really enjoyed this video earlier today on the second channel. Long story short, some fake tough guy was talking shit to a retired NHL player on the golf course. To his credit, he was a really good talker, but it's easy to be a good talker until you get punched in the mouth. The retired hockey player, he gave this dude a classic beating. Then he threw him into the pond. It was incredibly entertaining. I encourage you to check it out. So click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. Also, wanted to take a second here to say happy birthday to my father-in-law, Jimmy. I am fortunate to have in-laws that I not only get along with, I also enjoy being around them. My mother-in-law is absolutely brilliant. She can fix anything. If she told me she built her house with one brick, I would believe her. She is one of the most resourceful women I have ever met. But anyway, happy birthday, Jimmy. Here in a couple of hours, the Lakers and the Mavs, they will be playing in Summer League in Vegas. Normally, ticket prices for Summer League games are somewhat reasonable, and I say somewhat reasonable because in my opinion, anything over the price of free is unreasonable. I don't mind paying exorbitant prices for tickets if I think it's worth it. When I went to the NFC Championship game a few years ago, tickets were around $800-900 a piece. From 2017 to 2020, I probably spent $4,000-5,000 on NFL playoff tickets. I went to every Saints home game during that playoff run. To me, it was worth it. Me and my friends still talk about those trips to this day. This coming NBA season, taking the wife and the daughter to Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks. Between the three of us, I would imagine that we'll probably spend, I don't know, around $1,000 on tickets. It's not something I would normally do for a regular season game in the NBA, but the experience will be worth it. The Knicks should be good again next season, and it's Madison Square Garden. How many other kids at her high school can say they've been to an NBA game in the Garden? To me, experiences like that are worth it, but paying $50 for an exhibition? Paying $50 for general admission seats to watch scrubs play basketball? That ain't happening. And I damn sure wouldn't pay what they're asking for this game between the Lakers and the Mavs. It's hard to find average prices for past Summer League games, but a couple of years ago, Summer League tickets were averaging around $40. You could sit in the lower bowl for $80. Again, I wouldn't pay it, but if you're vacationing in Las Vegas in the middle of July and your options are laying by the pool to get a burnt ass or going to Summer League, I can understand why some dudes would choose Summer League. It is miserably hot in Las Vegas during the summer, so I can understand why you would choose something that included air conditioning. But these tickets to see the Lakers and the Mavs, these ticket prices are outrageous. Average ticket is selling for $230. Courtside seats are selling for $2,000-3,000. If this was a playoff game, even if it was the first round of the playoffs, I'd understand it. But $2,000 for Summer League? Who in the hell's paying $2,000 to watch an exhibition? This game is meaningless. No matter what happens, it will be forgotten by tomorrow. Some in the media are giving Bronny James credit for the spike in ticket prices. This kid is amazing! This is further proof that Bronny James is a huge star! I don't think people are paying to see Bronny James. If that were the case, they would have been paying to see him last year. Or they would have been paying to see him in the California Classic. Go back and look at that clip that I shared with you guys at the beginning of this video. I didn't know if I was watching an NBA game or a random game in the WNBA dump. There was no one there. Now, there is no denying the fact, Bronny James does have mainstream recognition, but these near-record prices at Summer League, I think they are being driven by Cooper Flagg. And if you're Bronny James, You better enjoy it while you can. I wish Bronny James nothing but success. From what little I know about him, he seems like a great kid. You can tell that he was raised right. Say what you want about LeBron James, but the one thing that you can't take away from LeBron James, he's a good father. From a father-son perspective, I understood LeBron wanting to share the court with his son. They had a nice moment during opening night last season. For most of the season, Bron and his spawn, they were able to spend it together. But I have a feeling that this season is going to be the last. I think this season will be the final season of LeBron James in Los Angeles, and more than likely, it could be the final season of Bronny James in the NBA. Last month, the Lakers were purchased by Mark Walter. This is the same dude that purchased the Dodgers back in 2012. Now, prior to his purchase, the Dodgers had missed the playoffs 3 years in a row, hadn't won the World Series since 1988, which was the last time they had been to the World Series. Mark Walter purchases the team. Dodgers have not missed the playoffs since. 4 trips to the World Series, 2 championships. If you're a fan of the Lakers, you should be thrilled with this new ownership because this dude knows how to win. But if you're LeBron and Bronny James, this ain't good. The Lakers are no longer a family business. This is no longer a mom and pop shop. LeBron's input is no longer needed. Not only is it no longer needed, it's no longer wanted. Mark Walter is not in the business of making sure LeBron James is happy. He's not in the business of getting all of LeBron's friends paid. He's not worried about the future of Bronny James. Mark Walter is worried about winning. It's incredibly difficult to do that right now in the NBA when you have $53 million allocated to a soon-to-be 41-year-old player. After this year, LeBron James is done in Los Angeles, and once LeBron leaves, there's no one left to protect Bronny. So unless there is some miraculous transformation this season and Bronny James becomes an actual NBA player, this will likely be his final season in Los Angeles and potentially his final season in the NBA. Give me your thoughts on this. Bronny James is underwhelming again in Summer League. Ticket prices are exorbitant for Lakers Mavs. Who are people paying to see? Bronny James, Cooper Flagg, or both? I think it's Cooper Flagg, but you tell me if people are paying to see Bronny James. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.